Good evening, my name is Christian Myers, and today I'll be telling the story of how innocent little mini camping trip turned into a stab wound in my knee and a hospital trip. So, to get started, I never really gone camping that much. Parents were always busy, so whenever my friend was over one time, I think this was about 5 years ago now. My friend was over one night, and we'd recently gotten a tent for a future camping plan. So I asked my parents if me and him could, in the backyard, because that's the only place we could go, do like a little camping thing. We'd like run a cable out so we could watch Netflix or something on a laptop, and me and him we had snacks, and we were both back there having fun. And I was obsessed with knives, still am a little, but I was back there with a knife of mine, and we were having fun. We were stabbing things, pretending we're in like a fight scene or something, and we're stabbing a box, and I go, no, this is how you stab it, because I pulled back, I deployed the knife, I went forward, and a little tip that I got from my uncle: aim small, miss small. I unfortunately did not. I aimed big for the whole box, and I missed big. So sitting on the ground, I missed big and went right into the side of my knee. And it came right back out. At first, I didn't even realize what had happened. I was just like, did I just put a hole in my pants or something? Am I okay? What happened? And I start to notice blood get on the floor. And my immediate thought was, I need to get out of here. I need to go and get help. I thought since I had barely felt anything and it was in my knee, it just barely tapped me or something. But my friend Noah, that was there with me, he just starts freaking out. He's blanking. He can't even think straight. So I'm back there, the only one thinking clearly, which is the weird thing because I have a stab wound in my knee. I start screaming for my dad to try and get his attention because luckily we're in the backyard. And he comes running back there. We assess the situation. He quickly carries me into the living room, and he cuts off the pants right here, and we notice that it's a lot deeper than we thought. I thought that maybe like just the tip of the knife went in and there was some blood and I would put a band-aid on it or something, but it turns out it was pretty deep. And so we load up into the car, freaking out. I don't really feel anything yet. Adrenaline's still there. And for some reason, we live in Old LaPorte, so there's Fairmont and Spencer. Fairmont, the speed limit's 55. Spencer, it's 45. And the hospital is between the two roads, like 6 or 7 miles out. For some reason, my dad takes Spencer, which I only thought about later. I was like, what the heck, dude? But we're driving all the way out there, and on the way, I start to feel it throb. I can start to feel the pain. And I'm just thinking in my head, whoa, this is sucking. It is horrible. I got a hole in my knee. My favorite pajama pants had just been cut, and I'm on the way to the hospital. So I get there, and we realized I didn't bring anything to help me walk in. So now I'm just up walking into the hospital on my own with a stab wound in my knee. And since it was really deep, we had later found out. Shouldn't have gone to that soon, but we go into the hospital, check in, and at first the nurses were thinking we were going to wait in line and whatnot because it didn't seem like an emergency. And then they realized that I'd been stabbed in the knee, and they rushed me through. So I'm back there, and the doctor, he's like, we need to do stitches. We're going to have to clean it out, so we need to do shots. And I had a surgery a while back, so I at this point had a phobia of needles. So into my stab wound, I watched the doctor put 7 shots of local anesthetic into the stab wound. It sucked. And whenever cleaning out and investigating, found that it is really deep. It goes all the way into my knee. So we cleaned it out and we're stitching it up. It took like 15 stitches, which is so strange because it's a small little point. And so it took about a week to recover. And I only realized after, when I started having pain in the lower part of my leg, from about here down, that, of course, I had like a 3 to 4 inch blade go straight into a joint. I now have nerve damage because I decided that I wanted to stab a box camping in my backyard. So, moral of the story, be safe with knives, and as my uncle said, aim small, miss small, because you don't want to end up in the hospital with a hole in your knee like I did. Thank you for listening to my story. Have a great day.